Hi, my name's Ultra, and I want to tell you about the Transformers. Today, I'd like to tell you about the Transformers episode, Jungle. In this episode, we learn about protecting the environment while Starscream grabs his first Minicon. We begin this episode with the Autobots and Decepticons firing at each other without actually hitting anything, just like a bunch of Star Wars stormtroopers. Although, Starscream doesn't seem to be firing anything. Are the only long-range weapons he has in robot mode his null rays on his back? Which, without a Minicon of his own, he is unable to use them yet.
Come on! Let's go and rush them, guys! No way! We'll attack from both sides! Are you crazy? What kind of plan is that?
It's called a flanking maneuver, Demolisher. It's literally one of the most basic tactics there is. How are you Megatron's second in command, anyhow? Well, despite the Decepticons' superior strategy, they are no match for plot armor. Fortunately for them, it turns out that this was just a VR mission and not a real fight.
And you, Starscream, I expect much more from my second-in-command.
Wait, didn't Megatron say that Demolisher was his second in command in a previous episode? Or am I confused? At the Autobots base, they detect a new Minicon signal and move to investigate. Have I mentioned how much I hate these orange jumpsuits that the kids wear? So they use their ground bridge. By the way, I wish I could recreate this stretching effect in After Effects. Same with the Decepticons teleport effect too. I'm sure I could use it somewhere in my videos, but I just can't think of an easy way to do it. Anyways, they find themselves in a forest. Wait, wasn't this episode called Jungle? Maybe they should have called it Forest instead.
We'll leave the container behind. Sparkplug, I want you to stay here until we get back.
I hope he doesn't get lonely.
He'll be fine.
Aww, now why did you have to say that, Carlos? Now I feel sorry for itty-bitty Sparkplug, all alone in the forest. Poor little Minicon. After slogging through the brush for a while, the Autobots come across a path, which, of course, was created by the Decepticons. Now why does this remind me of the G1 episode, Microbots? Probably because the Decepticons also cleared a path through the jungle in that episode. Although, they had the Constructicons to help them. And they don't have any Constructicons in this show. At least not yet. On the way to the Minicon, Rad lectures us on the reason why we need trees. Which, of course, he's right. We do need to protect the environment. But can we get to the giant robots hitting each other already? Well, the Autobots find the Decepticons, but the Cons' weapons fire starts a forest fire around them. Beachcomber would be so upset.
Don't shoot unless you have a clear line of fire. We mustn't harm this forest.
Come on, are you serious? But Optimus, what if the Decepticons get to the Minicons first?
Putting out the fire is more important than that. The safety of the wildlife in this forest takes priority.
Yeah, Hotshot. You should know this. What with being a rescue bot recruit and all.
This ought to cool things off.
Hey, I think he learned that technique from Heatwave. The Autobots then have Sparkplug drive Optimus's trailer to them. But wait, didn't they leave it in the middle of the forest? How is he supposed to get it through? Wasn't that the whole reason why they left it behind? Because it was too big to get through?
Hang tough. Once Leader 1 gets here, we'll be fine.
Leader 1? Come on, Red Alert. Optimus literally just called him by his correct name. Don't roll back on me now.
Transformers.
Who's that Minicon? It's Swindle!
Yo, Ultra Primal, thanks for letting me voice a Minicon. It's really reassuring to know that there are Transformers my height.
Well, Sparkplug somehow gets the trailer to them, it transforms into its base mode, and they use it to put out the fire. You know, it's too bad that Optimus doesn't transform into a fire truck himself. That would be pretty cool, eh? Optimus Prime as a fire truck? Anyways, while the Autobots have the other Decepticons distracted, Starscream snags the Minicon.
I will call you Swindle!
Really? He doesn't look very much like Swindle. I mean, he's not even a Jeep. He's a Formula One car. Something like Mirage or Dragstrip would have been much more appropriate, don't you think? So, Starscream uses his new little buddy to unlock his toy gimmick. And he proceeds to blast a crater into the forest like this is Dragon Ball Z or something. Wait a minute. I think I see something in the crater. Is that Yamcha? But he's not even in this show. And so the Decepticons retreat, having gotten the Minicon.
Hey, sorry. We should have left the fire and helped you guys out instead.
No, Red, you're wrong.
I think you're the one who's wrong, Optimus. Did you just call him Red instead of Rad? Or are my audio receptors malfunctioning? The Decepticons may have gotten away with the Minicon, but we get an important lesson about protecting the environment. So everybody wins, right? Right? Speaking of which, back at the Decepticons' base on the moon, they replay their VR mission from the beginning of the episode, but this time Starscream uses his newfound power.
Oh my, it's so easy. I must be the most powerful Decepticon in the universe.
Well, it's pretty easy when you cheat, Starscream. Besides, I'm pretty sure your cannons will get nerfed in the episodes to come. It's just because this is the first episode that you've used them, they're being hyped up as super powerful. It's always like that in animes. Whenever there's a new gimmick or technique or something someone learns, sure enough, eventually they're replaced by another even more powerful one. You know, it's that whole power level creep trope. Next thing you know, you're going to be blue instead.
It looked like Thundercracker. Even more powerful than Megatron!
Now why does that sound familiar?
It's more powerful than I ever imagined!
Well, this was a pretty good episode of Transformers Armada. Starscream finally got his Minicon partner Swindle, and we learned an important lesson about protecting the environment. Why does this episode feel like it was this close to being a Rescue Bots episode? Oh well, what about you? What did you think of this episode of Transformers Armada? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next time for episode 7, Carnival. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one for a couple of reasons. Just wait and see. So, see you then.